my beautiful friends. I am sitting in my car right now, about to go inside, drinking my coffee. I just went on a walk at the park and it was so beautiful. Day 330 in a row that I've gone on a walk. I'm a bugging beast. Yesterday was very beautiful. It was the solstice. I am having a little cold moment, so didn't do a whole lot of celebrating, but I had some very interesting dreams. So I'm integrating all that magic, and I just wanted to share a little bit about my services because I'm doing a sale right now. My Gemini sale, even though now it's officially Cancer season, goes through the whole month of June. I just had my 33rd birthday, so I wanted to just celebrate. Every year I do a sale around my birthday and around New Year's. So I just wanted to remind people, if you want to take advantage of the sale, now is the time to do so, my friends. It's 25% off. So use the coupon code Gemini in all caps and you'll get that discount. And I'm also offering a discount on my email readings. I don't know what those are called, but you can buy a reading and I do the reading and I record it and I just send it to you, so we don't actually have to meet live. This is for people who maybe my schedule doesn't work with your schedule, or maybe you're shy and you're just curious. I think this is a really powerful way because I get to really tap into spirit and just share everything that comes in without any input from you. So either way, I love the live sessions because I really get to meet you. I get to talk to you. I get to help you. But that's just an offer. And I do offer mini readings as well that are just a short little mini reading sent to your email. Those are also available, but they are on my shop page. So here's the deal. If you go to my website, there's services and bookings, and then there's also a shop page which has meditations and stuff on there. So the readings where you just get it sent to your email are on the shop page. Now let's talk about the services. Right now, I'm really excited. I just did a photo shoot with Zon. I'm so thrilled with the way the pictures came out. So I am going to be editing my website and changing things around, but I just wanted to talk about how the services work as of now. And if and when they change, I will be back with another video talking all about it. But I just wanted to tell people, what's the deal? We have a couple different kinds of readings. So you could book an aura reading, which means we read and talk about your energy. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it smell, taste like? Any messages from spirit in relation to your energy and the energy that surrounds you. If you want a kind of taste of what an aura reading is like, I have a few live ones on my podcast from some of you guys that volunteered to allow me to share your readings. So aura readings are really meant to take a glimpse of your spirit, your soul in this now moment. What do you look like? What do you feel like? What's going on? Are there blockages or anything we can move? And when we do the session, if you're open to it, we will clear energy as well. So if I see there's a little block or a little congestion or a little clog in the energy field, if you're open to it, let's move it out of the way. Let's get things flowing like this. I always show this to people. We want it to look like this. Look at the toroidal field. That's what we want it to look like a butterfly or a big butt, a big old butt. If you look at the toroidal field, it looks like a booty. Let me not go on that tangent. So then I also offer Akashic Records readings. That's more specified. We look at stuff around past lives. You can ask me questions about past lives or connecting you with guides, angels, ancestors, loved ones in spirit, connecting you with them and allowing you to build that bridge of connection. Sometimes it's looking at, okay, I have this reoccurring fear. Why do I still have this fear? Maybe it's connected to an ancestral thing or something from childhood or even past lives. So the Akashic Records, the idea is that we can look into everything. It's infinite. It's all time is now. So the idea is that it's a record of everything that ever was, will be, and could be. Future is not permanent. We can change and shift the future with every decision we make. So if we were to look at the future in a reading, with me or with anyone, it doesn't necessarily mean that that is the only possibility for the future. And sometimes maybe you look at something in a reading and things shift in your life and it's not relevant anymore. So when we look at the future, I like to kind of give like the timelines, like what I'm seeing. Like there's a couple things going on, and what am I seeing? How can I share that with you and explain it with you? And when we go in there, we clear energy. So I'm an energy healer. That's like the big main thing that I do. So even if we're doing a reading, we're moving and shifting the energy. What's the point of learning all this if we're not going to just clear it out for you? If you learn that you had a crazy, horrible, painful past life, why do you want to know that if we're not going to let go of the pain? And you know, sometimes stuff with past lives is not always relevant to tell you the exact details. Oh, you were born this year and blah blah blah. That's not really my thing. You could definitely get a reading like that, but for me, they give me like 13 freaking things at once, and it's all just melded together. It's not really like looking at each past life individually. We could, but that's not usually what I do. It's more about what's going on in your life right now, and how can we look at the past or connect with guides or angels in order to get you towards whatever goal you want, you know? So if your goal is to feel less anxious, let's figure out how to get there. And then of course my guides always give me suggestions if there's something outside of my scope that might be helpful for you. Like I've had things come up in readings before that's like, okay, well, we can look in this and this and this and this, but what you probably should be doing is maybe go to a therapist, or what you probably should be doing is get your blood work done because there might be something going on. Like, you know, like for example, even just my intuition, I like saying, I think you should get this checked out. Sometimes there's something going on in the body, and yes, that is connected to spirit, but doesn't mean just because we have a reading about it, it's going to go away on its own. I believe in miracles, and I've seen miracles happen in my own life, my own body, and my clients' bodies. But sometimes the reading is just for you to have awareness of what steps you need to take next. Then we have something called intuitive mediumship. So that's more about connecting you with spirits. Sometimes it's loved ones that come in, like people that you know dearly, that you loved, that have passed on. Animals, loved ones, your grandparents, whatever. I tend to get the more weird and wacky spirits that come in. We got fairies, angels, aliens. They come in. Especially aliens love to come in. But I am trained in mediumship, and in like more traditional mediumship, and I want to keep continuing my training with that because I find it extremely valuable. But I call it intuitive mediumship because it's not always traditional. Sometimes we are channeling or speaking with a loved one, but sometimes we are channeling and speaking with your spleen. Sometimes we are channeling and speaking with your 13-year-old self. Sometimes we are channeling and speaking with, these weird creatures, deities. Jesus loves to come in. Love the guy. But yeah, it gets weird and wacky. And that's what to expect. And there's more information on my website too, so you can read about it. And again, I have some live sessions on my podcast and on my YouTube if you're curious when it comes to the aura readings. And I do have a mediumship session. I think I have that live on my podcast, so you can check that out. Then we also offer what is called the Celestial Journey. So this is kind of like my past life regression kind of thing. What we do as myself, as the healer, the magician, whatever you want to call it, the leader in the session, I take us on a journey and we go into all sorts of different experiences. So this, I describe it as energy healing meets past life regression meets shamanic journey. So we're going into a past life, or we're going into a future life, or we're going to meet with your guides, But it's not just me relaying the information like in a reading, it's you are experiencing it. So if you've ever done one of my meditations, it's kind of like that, but like very long, and you're also speaking out loud. So if I ask you questions during it, you're going to be describing what you're seeing, what you're feeling. You're in like basically a light trance hypnosis. When you come out of it, you might not remember anything. Or you might just remember like a dream, like you kind of have vague idea. This is why we record the session, because sometimes stuff comes up that you absolutely don't remember. Or you only remember vague parts of it. Those sessions are really long. That's the only thing that I think sometimes could deter people from it. If you're going to do a session like that with me, make sure you don't have anything else going on right after. I encourage you to have a meditation practice. It might make it easier, but I've done this type of session with my sibling. They had a crazy profound visual experience when they don't see stuff in meditation, even when they're the kind of person, if you close your eyes and you're like describing imagery to them, they will not see any of it. They will not feel or know any of it. Like they're very logical, and they don't have a lot, like they have imagination, but it's not visual like that. So if you're the type of person, I forget the word for it. It's like espraxiplalia. I forget what the word is. Someone tell me in the comments. There's a word that like some people's brains can't visualize. So even if you have that, like my sibling, like they were still seeing visual things. And even if you don't see it, you might feel it, you might know it. Like you don't have to actually see it for it to be a profound experience. But yeah, that's just something to keep in mind, that it might make it easier if you have practice with meditation, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you can't do it. But yeah, those are kind of my offerings. And then we also offer intuitive mentorship, which is more like you want my advice as a psychic, and we do channel through that, and we do energy healing through that. Like all the mentorship sessions include a Reiki like clearing, energy clearing, but it's more like advice than a reading. So like for example, I had someone recently come to me who was also wanting to start a podcast, and they wanted just like some spiritual advice around that. I've had people come who are more building up like an intuitive practice for themselves, and they want advice. It's kind of like, coaching basically. If you need advice, but from a psychic perspective, that's what the mentorship is. But yeah, I just wanted to outline those things because I am doing a sale right now and it's ending in a few days. So I just wanted people to have awareness of what these sessions are. And of course, if you have questions about the sessions, put it in the comments. I will do my best to answer you. Or if it's like, more in depth, you can always send me a direct message or an email. grace@gracelandon.com. And yeah, you can go to my website if you want to you can book on the website, but also if you want to read a little bit more about the services. And I have a bunch of testimonials too. So I have highlights on here if you want to go through those. And I also have them written, not all of them, but I have a fair amount written out on my website. But yeah, I just wanted to outline that for you. And cheers. Happy Cancer season. Happy post-solstice. I'm getting really sweaty in the car, so I'ma go. I love you very much, and I will see you here on Instagram, on the podcast. Maybe I'll see you at the spa. Maybe I'll see you in a session. But I'll see you somewhere in your dreams, maybe.